What's going on, guys? What's going on? Call of Duty. How many of you watching this video are huge Call of Duty heads? Call of Duty is one of the biggest franchises in the world. It's been big since I was a teenager, man. This franchise has kept going and kept going. Even though that I stepped off the Call of Duty train years and years ago, most people are still on that thing. You know, I will say that Activision did a really good job on picking up that the industry in terms of multiplayer infrastructure was going, that it was going more towards a battle royale. And instead of like trying to compete against it, what they did is they went ahead and embraced it and they made Warzone. Well, first off, they made Blackout, then they made Warzone. So when Microsoft bought or attempted to buy Activision, ABK, even though I'm not a big fan of Call of Duty, I understood the reasoning behind it. I understand that if you're wanting to sell something such as Gamepass, one of the best titles that you can have, because they're trying to appeal to a casual audience, is Call of Duty. That is by far one of the best places you can reach to when it comes to a casual market, is that Call of Duty market. Those people that just come out there and play that one game every year, or perhaps just play Warzone. Even Warzone, even though it's free, they still do little things to get you to buy the new installment that carry over to Warzone. And not to mention Call of Duty's Call of Duty. So even though you might not necessarily agree with how they handle the brand always does well. It always sells well. I think you could all agree that this franchise will be out for like 2 months of the year and outsell typically every year, with certain years of an exception when it comes to, like, you know, a game such as maybe Hogwarts Legacy or GTA. For the most part, there's nothing even remotely touching Call of Duty every year. So when Microsoft bought it, we understood. But I never really grasped how they would use the Call of Duty brand to really pick up sales in general. You know, it's to remain to be seen whether or not Call of Duty is going to sell Game Pass, which I believe it will. But they're already making moves. You know, if you look over here, let's pop over here. You see that that Call of Duty already is putting Modern Warfare 3 into Game Pass, and it's happening July the 24th. So that's tomorrow. They are doing this tomorrow, guys. Like, so it's just like, look, like, we could disagree on the semantics on how they handle stuff, but as you can see, they're already using the Call of Duty brand to a huge degree. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean nothing's going to work. You know, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is definitely past its prime. I do think it will bring people into the subscription service in general, because Call of Duty is such a big title and people are going to want to play that game regardless. Maybe some people have sold it. You know, it's easier to get people to download something anyway, regardless if, you know, they have no intentions on it, if it's just in the subscription service that you have. The biggest thing that I want to really point out is how they're handling Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Black Ops is arguably one of the most beloved Call of Duty brands. A lot of people love Black Ops. Black Ops is definitely one of the fan favorites, and the way they have chose to handle that is very interesting. For instance, when you go to get a Call of Duty game, the beta's in Game Pass, so you either pre-order the game or you get it in Game Pass, and that's just going to get so many people, because instead of going out there and pre-ordering Call of Duty, something that you might not necessarily buy or not, all you got to do is sub to Game Pass for a month, and you have access to it. I think that's ingenious, because you're going to get a lot of people that just want to try the game out, and then they're go, oh, there's Starfield on there. Oh, there's Sea of Thieves is on there. There's so many games that you have access to on Game Pass that you get a huge open door of new customers just because a beta is going to be on that sucker. Now, obviously, they'll probably do an open beta to, you know, do some stress tests later on, but that's interesting. You know, even though the ABK deal didn't exactly do anything for me because I've never really cared about any of their brands. I can understand why things had to go the way they went. And I'm very curious to see how many that beta, just the beta, brings in. Not to mention the game itself. Like I said, Black Ops is loved by everyone. They're going back to a more traditional zombies, which I'm okay with, which, I haven't played Call of Duty in so long. I didn't even know they went away from traditional zombies. And on top of that, even though that, I wouldn't necessarily play the story to that degree, it does look like they have given this company, I think it's Treyarch is working on this game. They've given them more time to cook this game. So the campaign's probably going to be better than it generally is. Hopefully the multiplayer will hit, and if that zombies hits, it will be the first game that's ever went into Game Pass. It's a Black Ops title, Black Ops 6. It's got traditional zombies. It's got a more in-depth campaign from the looks of it. People love the campaign for Black Ops. I think they got a huge success story on their hands this holiday. Look, am I going to sit here and come on here and tell you guys 100% that this is going to sell consoles? This is going to get thousands and thousands and thousands of people to subscribe to Game Pass? No. But I do feel like there is enough effort that's went into this. Even though I don't really necessarily care about Call of Duty in any way, shape, or form, there is enough effort to make me think that they're going to have a good holiday. Not to mention Indiana Jones is coming out. We'll probably see more of that at Gamescom this year, probably a release date. There is so much stuff that Microsoft and Xbox has released this year that is going to captivate people on top of Call of Duty. And that's not even including it in Game Pass or anything. That's just on top of everything else, you got Call of Duty. And Call of Duty is a great plan B. It's a great plan B. And I don't even think they'll need a plan B. I think this future for Xbox is what they've been, hinting for. The every 3 months you're going to get a game. Every 2 months you're going to get a AA game. Every 3 months you're going to get a AAA game. That is the vision that they told us for years. Now, still, I'm a little disappointed with the way they handled, exclusivity and how vague they've been about it. But even though I have my knacks on some of the business portions of Xbox, I can't deny what they've set up this year for Game Pass, what they've set up this year for Call of Duty, and what they've set up this year for games like Indiana Jones coming out, Hellblade 2 coming out. They got the mini Game Pass day and date sale games dropping in, like the Goddess game that just came out, Flintlock. There's so many aspects to this story that really does make it look good. Game Pass is a good service, and I never had an issue with Game Pass or the value of Game Pass. I had an issue on some of the practices that Game Pass may have been used, but nothing can deny, even myself. You guys love calling me doom and gloom and the mustard heart. But even with all that negative stuff that I have an issue with, I can't deny that 2024 Xbox definitely looks like they have a solid year. But anyway, put in the comment section below what you guys think. Do you guys think that Black Ops 6 is the best game? Because I actually do. I think the Black Ops franchise is the best game that Microsoft could have put on Game Pass day and date for the first time when it comes to Call of Duty. I think that is the best franchise they could have did it with. I am beyond excited that they are doing it with. Put in the comment section below what you guys think. It would be interesting if we get like a Black Ops Collector's Edition, kind of like the Master Chief Collection. I don't know if that's realistic, but put in the comment section below what you guys would want, if that's something good for you. If you enjoyed this video, man, hit that like button. It's always appreciated. You can always sub to the channel. We making weekly content over here. We getting back into the rhythm of things, man. Follow me on Twitter at LordAddictILP. I have a streaming channel where I talk about current stuff going on with games, everything, man. All that's in the description below. And until next time, this is Gaming Addict. I'm out of here. Peace. Whoo, Call of Duty is going to put some real names and some real numbers this holiday, man. I'm telling you.